Read how humans first started having sex? You might think it's a simple thing, but it's actually one of the most important and complicated parts of human history. Let's take a trip way back in time and see how early humans went from simple mating to more complex relationships. Imagine, millions of years ago, when humans were still living in caves. Everything was way simpler. Sexual relationships were just about reproduction, and it wasn't at all about anything complicated or social. It was just instinct, survival, and that's it. Early humans, like animals, only used sex to keep the species going. There was no concept of love or deep emotional connection. It was just a biological need to reproduce. But over time, things started changing. As human societies grew and people formed tribes and cities, sexual relationships started to take on new meanings. It wasn't just about having babies anymore, it became a tool for creating alliances and even for economic purposes. In ancient civilizations like Egypt and Sumer, sex wasn't only about reproduction, it became a social and even political bond. What started as a basic instinct evolved into something much more meaningful. Sex was no longer just about biology, it played a role in every part of society. Let me tell you, in ancient Greece and Rome, sex became an art. It wasn't just for making babies. This is where new concepts like love, emotional connections, and even sexual freedom started to form. In these civilizations, sex was a part of culture and daily life. In Rome and Greece, they even held festivals and ceremonies where sexual relationships and desires were central to the events. It wasn't something hidden, it was celebrated openly. In the end, sex has always been one of the most complex and meaningful parts of human life, and it always will be. From the early days of human evolution to the complex societies of today, sex has always been about more than just biology. Now, with time and social changes, sexual relationships continue to evolve. But the question is, are we done evolving? Will sex take on a completely new shape in the future? That's a question only time will answer.